Question: how do you start simplifying the equation? Alright, so first off, you'll want to start by making the number inside the square root the same. So by doing that, you could break it down like this and that. So when you have two numbers in the square root, you can multiply it out into the value outside the square root. So like 3 times 6, and you'll get 18. And then after that, you'll have the 2 left over inside the square root. And you do the same thing for the other, like this. So after that, you'll have 2, and you'll multiply that to 5. So you get 2 times 5 equals 10. And then the number that's left over inside the square root. And then after that, since now that you have 18 to square root 2 and 10 to square root 2, once you have the same value inside the square root, you can add it, the outside. So therefore you get 28, and you don't change the value inside the square root. So you keep it the same, and then that's how you get your answer. So,
alright?
Yep.
Okay. Next question.
Can I pass it?
Set up.
Okay.
Ready? Okay.
Okay. Question: how will you solve this rational exponent? First of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to find the least common denominator. And how do we find that? We can, as you see, we have the 2 exponents outside, and we're gonna have to take them out like this. And then we're gonna have to multiply them across to find the least common denominator. Once you get the least common denominators, we're gonna have to subtract them. So we're gonna get 4 and 15.
That's the final answer.
And that's our final answer.
Alright.
Okay.
Next up.
Alright.
I'll just cover this up.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Ready? Alright. So now we're on letter C, and we have 32x to the 6th and y to the 5th under the 4th root. So you would start this by focusing on the numbers under the 4th root. So you would start with 32, and 32 would be 2 to the 5th, and since it's under the 4th root, you would take these 4 and leave that one right there, so it'll stay under. And then for the second part, you would have an x to the 6th, and that's like getting rid of these 4 and having these 2 in here, so those will stay in the inside. I'll go on out, same with the y. And then you'll get 2 because all these would go on the outside. You have x because these 4, and then you would have a y because these 4, and it would be under the 4th root. And always make sure you have this. And then the question for this would be, what do you do if the exponent is less than the root? Well, in this one, for example, they're not above it, so you would just ignore them. And since there is a cube root here, it'd be 3 on the outside. And just make sure you never forget that. Okay.